In the previous video, we showed you how to host your audio using anchor.fm, which is a free centralized, and I'll explain what I mean between centralized and decentralized in a minute. In a centralized host, which is free and provides all of the hosting and distribution for your audio file. Most of the majority of people listening to your podcast will probably listen to it through Anchor or iTunes or some other centralized place on the web that they're used to, or have integrated on their in-car entertainment system, or wherever they listen to podcasts. So the majority of your listeners will come in through centralized platforms. Now, 2019, there's quite a push from society in general to also look at decentralized platforms. Decentralized using often called blockchains. So there's a lot of blockchains out there. The most predominant one that people will know of is Bitcoin. What I want to talk about today is one called Steem, the Steem blockchain. It's been going for 2 years. It's had over 20 hard forks, and it's a way for you to blog and be social and to post your media and acquire the currency, which is Steem, for Steam Power, which gives you more enhanced curation rewards on the platform. So one of the apps, or what's called dApps, decentralized applications, that runs on top of the Steem blockchain is dsound.audio, which is a kind of SoundCloud copy. So some people use SoundCloud for podcast hosting as well. They provide a RSS feed so you can do all your stats and everything and supply that RSS feed to iTunes. So we're going to look at dsound, and you'll need a Steem account for this. The best place to get a free Steem account is to either go over to steemhunt.com, top right hand corner, click on sign up. You'll need to use your mobile phone for verification. But once you have a Steem account, you've got access to over 450 sites on the Steem blockchain that use the Steem Connect login to get onto the Steem blockchain. So we need that before you can log in. So I'm logged in here as our account for our podcast, which is Product Sense. So Steem it at /at Product Sense. You can also find that from busy.org. You can also find that from SteamPeak, all the different front ends that allow you to access the Steem blockchain. If you don't know what I'm on about, I do have a Steem course in Skillshare as well. Do jump over to that and take that if you're looking to decentralize your media 2019. Right, this is what dsound looks like. Very similar to SoundCloud. To get your audio, which we recorded earlier on, obviously we uploaded that centralized to Anchor. If you click on upload here in the top right hand corner, very simple interface. You just drag and drop your audio. You'll remember earlier on when I was showing you Audio Hijack that I was exporting as 320 kilobits MP3 files. You'll see here it says we recommend WAV or MP3 320 kilobits. So I'm providing it with a file that I know natively it understands. So I can either click on the select sound file or drag and drop the file in. And because it's audio and relatively small, you won't have to wait a long time to upload the file. Bit different from doing a video blog, for instance, like on YouTube, where it can be 1 or 2 gig. You can actually get a podcast up and done and posted really quickly. Now, once that's uploaded, all I have to do down here is drag and drop my video, my picture for for the podcast. That would normally be embedded in the podcast if you're going to do that in Audio Hijack. You have to upload it manually here and put in the title, put it in the description, select the sound type, which is obviously going to be podcast, and then a genre or main tag. So I use the tag of our show, which is Product Sense. And then the tag on the right hand side, I use podcast, and dsound automatically puts dsound as a hashtag on it as well, so that it knows that you've used its platform to upload content onto the Steem blockchain. Now, you're not actually putting the media on the Steem blockchain. You're putting a link or a reference to that audio on the cloud, which is called ipfs, which stands for Interplanetary File System, which is a new modern way of storing video or audio, digital files in the cloud using decentralized nodes. Now, there's a very important thing I got to tell you about this. It's not permanent. On dsound, you'll probably last anywhere between 7 days to 30 days. So you're probably going to be using a platform like dsound for your social media in the short term. Just being able to share that link out and getting people to be aware of your decentralized locations on the web, as well as your centralized ones. Oftentimes centralized ones cost money. We're quite lucky that Anchor doesn't, but who knows, in the future it might cost more money. Do we need to be keeping copies of our podcasts, hundreds of them online? Well, is it good enough to have it just for 7 days or 30 days? I'm sure there's going to be pro services if you want to keep those files on IPFS. And you can actually run your own IPFS server if you already have servers as well. So that's straightforward. What happens once you've posted this is you click on publish in the bottom right hand corner. That goes onto your page. So I'm currently logged into Product Sense, but I'm showing you the Team Audio site. We have 2 of them. This is what it looks like on Steemit, which, like I said earlier on, is a front end to the Steam blockchain. And you can see here the podcast we put up. We've also been given upvotes here. So there's $3.96. So we've actually earned $3.96 worth of Steam power for that post by getting upvotes from people. So if we click through and scroll down, you can see here at the bottom when I hover over it that dsound is actually our top upvoter. So they upvoted it because we used their platform to upload our audio. And that's pretty much what happens with decentralized platforms, is that they all have micro communities, be it audio, be it video, whatever it may, you may be interested in, homesteading, eco, environmental things. And you'll find that different groups have their own front ends and their own systems connected to the Steam blockchain. This is just a way of us being able to put our audio through dsound onto IPFS, which makes it decentralized across hundreds of different witness servers around the world. So it adds a level of immutability and resilience to the hosting that audio file. So if you're doing a podcast about a specific, very sensitive topic, you might be more interested in hosting on decentralized than centralized. You'll also quickly notice here that I've got a video here, and that's a YouTube copy of my audio with some graphics and an equalizer on it. We're going to get into that a little bit later on. But that's how we host using dsound, decentralized, on the Steam blockchain.